Breeze has won a ban on council workmen showing their bums. East Sussex County Council wrote to her, thank you for your letter. The matter you raise is a subjective one. Generally, I would agree with you that the majority of the travelling public would find the sight of a workman's backside obscene. There are, of course, others who may not. There you are. Here's your local news. It's 7:15.
Good morning. A Christian peace protester is due to appear before magistrates in Stevenage today, accused of causing damage estimated at £500,000 at the British Aerospace plant in the town. Christopher Cole from Oxford is charged with causing criminal damage to aircraft parts and equipment at the factory, which produces components for the European fighter aircraft and Hawk jets. 2 people have died after a motorbike and car collided in Bedfordshire during the night. It happened on Biggleswade Road in Potton. Both the dead were travelling on the bike. More than 150 staff from the Lister Hospital in Stevenage met union representatives last night to consider taking industrial action over proposed job losses.
There's been widespread anger at the Lister since the cuts were announced. The nurses and other workers gathered in the nurses' hostel to discuss last week's announcement that 44 people are to be made redundant as the hospital tries to bring down its £1.8 million deficit. Management has told staff that the job losses will save £750,000. The meeting was organised by health service unions to assess the feeling of staff about industrial action.
Stansted Airport's establishing a new link with Russia. The first scheduled flights from Essex to the former Soviet Union are being announced today. Aeroflot will fly a twice-weekly service from Stansted to St. Petersburg, with connecting flights to a variety of destinations in the new Commonwealth of Independent States from March the 28th. It heralds an expansion for the airline's Stansted operation, and a spokesman for Aeroflot said Stansted had been chosen because of its superb facilities and good transport links to central London and the Midlands. Soccer now. Cambridge United picked up a valuable point last night when they drew 0-0 at Derby County. And in the Premier League, Arsenal held Norwich to a 1-1 draw at Carrow Road. Ruel Fox opened the scoring for City, but Arsenal's Ian Wright got a late equaliser. Onto the travel now. No problems on public transport. These to watch out for on the roads. The A15 at Peterborough, where there are lane closures both ways at Gunthorpe Road roundabout. In Cambridgeshire, the A1303 Newmarket Road has a contraflow east of the junction with Coldham's Lane. And the A4500 in Northamptonshire at Weston Favel, westbound, down to 1 lane at Lumbertubs Bridge. The weather. Here's the satellite sequence showing cloud on the east coast moving across southeast England, leaving most of the area dull and overcast. It's led to a cold start to the day. It'll stay cloudy and cold with the odd light wintry shower. Today's top temperatures 4 degrees Celsius. That's it from us. Join us again at 7:30. Good morning.
Coming up to 10 to 7, welcome back. The water slides.
Good morning, this is Anglia News. Labour's big guns attacked the government's employment record at a meeting at Basildon in Essex last night. The special meeting was held in the new town to launch Labour's budget for jobs.
Thurrock MP Andrew McKinley joined Shadow Chancellor Gordon Brown, Shadow Employment spokesman Frank Dobson and colleague Harriet Harman in calling for changes in government policy. They say Basildon's been badly hit, with unemployment rising 200% over the last 3 years.
I remember in the final weeks of the general election campaign, John Major saying, vote Conservative on Thursday and the recovery continues on Friday. I want to know which Friday he was referring to, and so do the people of this town and elsewhere in Essex.
The party says it's confident it'll do extremely well in the local elections in 2 months' time.
A police seminar on safety for women drew a packed house at Great Yarmouth Town Hall last night. Many of the women said they're fed up of feeling too afraid to go out alone at night.
There were 400 places available. More than 600 women applied to attend, so the police are planning to hold another shortly. They described the seminars as providing a bit of assurance that the chances of being attacked are low, particularly in this part of the country, and a bit of insurance in the shape of awareness and a personal defence plan, covering everything from avoiding attack at home, on the road or in public places. It also covers what to do if you are unfortunate enough to be attacked.
Soccer now, and Norwich and Cambridge were in action last night. In Barclays League Division 1, Cambridge drew 0-0 with Derby. In the FA Premier League, Norwich drew 1-1 with Arsenal. Now the morning's travel news, and police are attending an accident on the A134 in Suffolk at Leavenheath. Resurfacing work at the Post House intersection on the outskirts of Ipswich is causing delays, and in Cambridgeshire on the A47 Wisbech bypass near the county border there are temporary lights for roadworks. Delays are likely there. Now the weather, and looking at our satellite sequence taken every half hour, some cloud brushed the east coast and moved across southeast England overnight, leaving most of the area under this belt of cloud. It's led to a dull and cold, though generally dry start to the day, and it'll stay cloudy and cold with the odd light wintry shower, although developing cloud breaks may allow some late afternoon sunshine in the north. That's all from us. We'll be back at 7:30.